Time for our Travel Thursday segment. Through the pandemic, we've had this conversation on a weekly basis, painting a picture for you because travel was restricted, but things are opening up now and it makes so much more sense. We talk about places that you can visit, and obviously, this involves money. So we get you budget and we get you places that you need to see and places that you can stay at. This week, we're going to be talking about Mangaluru, and joining me to talk about it is Ivana Perkovic, and she's helped us with quite a few locations. This is the latest. Why Mangaluru? Why is this, according to you, a hidden gem?
That's an amazing question, and I actually feel super privileged that I had the privilege to discover this hidden gem in India with Karnataka Tourism and Karnataka Tourism Forum, because I heard about it before, but I didn't know that Mangaluru had so much to offer. So obviously you have the beaches. The beaches are absolutely phenomenal. In contrast to, for instance, Goa, there are a lot of locals at the beaches. So the vibe is very different. And then on top of that, there is this really big cultural heritage places that you can visit in Mangaluru. So for instance, Pilikula Artisan Village, where you can see old arts and crafts from Mangalore. By visiting there, you are not just seeing the arts and crafts, but you're actually also supporting the local artisans. Then there is Gutumane, which is actually an old coastal Karnataka landlord house, manor actually, because it is massive. So you can see there how they used to live in the old days. And then the number one thing, and I really feel this should be in any India travel guide, not just Mangaluru travel guide, Hasta Shilpa. This is a outdoor museum, and especially if you're into architecture, oh my goodness, this is phenomenal. There are 18 real full-size homes which are preserved there from all different kinds of states in India. And the phenomenal thing is that you can really see the differences in, for instance, building a house according to the climate and according to the culture. So this absolutely blew my mind about Mangaluru. I did not know that it had such a rich cultural heritage next to the amazing beaches.
Absolutely, and I've heard of surfing taking place in a few beaches there, and a lot of things are changing even as we speak. So some of that culture and some of that heritage is so much, so nice to see. But take us through the travel there. So obviously you can fly into Mangalore or Mangaluru as it is now called, but you can also drive from Bangalore, right?
Yes, that's correct. Mangalore or Mangaluru has an international airport, and the ticket from Bangalore will cost you approximately, or actually less than 5,000 rupees. But then you can also drive from Bangalore, and that is a distance of about 350 kilometers, which will take you about 7.5 hours. But finally, and this is also something that I would 10 recommend, you can also take the train. There is something called the Vista Dome train, which is completely open. So while you are actually making your journey to Mangaluru for about 1,400 rupees, you are seeing the incredible landscape of the Karnataka countryside, which involves quite a lot of mountains. And I would say that is such an amazing start of your trip, something that I didn't know myself.
In fact, my mom keeps talking about the Vista Dome because you can see all around you. You can see through the transparent roof, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
And
Yes.
if I'm not mistaken, again, you pass through the Nilgiris that you were just pointing out. And you see a lot of the Konkan belt, which is very, very interesting. Talk about the food and talk about the places that you can stay. Is it relatively, I'm guessing it's significantly cheaper than staying in Goa, for example?
Mangaluru is crazy value for money. So the restaurants where you can eat phenomenal seafood, of course, they have veg food too. I am vegetarian, so honestly, I had amazing vegetarian food, but at the same time, Mangaluru does champion seafood. The first restaurant that I would recommend is Fisherman Bay on Malpe Beach. You can get an incredible fish thali there for just 70 rupees. Yes, that's right. I was also shocked when I heard the price. And then you can go to Shetty's Home Lunch, where they have amazing coastal Karnataka home-cooked food. But something that you really, really can't miss in coastal Karnataka, and especially in Mangaluru, is Tori House. Tori is a local drink which is made from fermented coconuts, and it is actually delicious. It tastes a little bit like kombucha, but then obviously with a coconut flavor. And the food there is also amazing. Of course, they have phenomenal seafood. I personally, as a vegetarian, really, really enjoyed the neer dosa and the mushroom roast. And finally, of course, you cannot miss Mangalore buns. I would travel to Mangaluru just for the Mangalore buns. And in case you don't know, it is actually puris made with maida and bananas, and it is a breakfast food. So even though you can get it anywhere, do keep in mind that if you're looking for Mangalore buns, you can best find them in the morning when they're so crispy and so fresh. It's delicious.
I think I got to go and get myself some Mangalore buns as well. But
You do.
let's talk about places to stay. What are the hotels that you can go to? Are there homestays that you can look at? What are the situations along the coast?
There is one hotel that I would 10 recommend, and it is the Avatar Hotel. A room there costs less than 5,000 rupees per night. And it is actually a business hotel, but honestly, it could easily double for a French boutique hotel. It has so much character, so much soul, and the staff is amazing. So that's crazy value for money. On top of that, you can actually also stay at Malpe Beach, right on the beach there. And then you have, of course, a lot of homestays, which are, again, great value for money. For about 2,000 rupees, you can find an amazing, comfortable room and enjoy Mangalore.
Talk about the budget that one should ideally have and how many days you would recommend people stay in Mangaluru. And what all, so you've talked about a few of the places or a few of the experiences that you would definitely recommend, but are there specific places in Mangaluru that you say that people should perhaps stay in or definitely go to?
So honestly, I would recommend staying near the beach, because I do feel if you're going to a beach destination, you want to, have easy access to the beach. So two beaches that I really, really liked are Kaapu Beach and Malpe Beach. They are incredibly wide. They are actually really, really clean. So if you're staying near the beach, Mangalore is not that big. You can arrange your transportation to the cultural heritage places, do maybe a tour there, maybe 1 or 2 days, depending on how hot it is actually, because you also don't want to cram your day full of cultural activities and then, get lost in the heat. So maybe spread that out over 2 days so you can fully enjoy it. Hasta Shilpa, for instance, you can honestly easily spend 5 to 6 hours there, because there are 18 houses all fully decorated with so many details. So spread that out, and then I would say enjoy some time at the beach. So maybe 2-3 extra days, and then you would come at a budget at, I think, including transportation and food, maybe 15 up to 20K for an incredible 5-day beach vacation.
That sounds absolutely phenomenal. I'm definitely going to put it down as a potential destination to visit. Thank you so much, Ivana, for taking the time.
Thank you so much, Alex.
All right, that brings us to the end of this edition of the ET Money Show. If you've got feedback, do share it on any one of our social media platforms, and do stay tuned. Lots more coming up over the course of this evening. This is ET Now.